Hi, I'm Melissa and welcome to Teacher Inspiration Station. In today's video, I am doing a plan with me video and I am planning my morning meetings. Now, some of you know that I have recently moved, and in my move, I was sorting through my stuff and I came across this article that I got, and it's called The Power of the Morning Meeting, 5 Steps Toward Changing Your Classroom and School Culture. And I will link this article down below. And that got me thinking, because I do morning meetings-ish, but the way I have it, even in my planner, I just have morning meeting / calendar, but I don't really dive in and dig deep into what the morning meeting is going to look like, because I pretty much do the same thing every day and I kind of make variations every so often. But I want to have my morning meetings be more planned and purposeful. So the way I typically did morning meetings is the kids come in, they sit on the carpet, we sing the morning song together, and then I ask them how they are feeling and why, or I might ask, do you have any news to share? And then sometimes I'll mix it up and I'll have like a question of the day, but that's pretty much it. And then the kids would answer the question, and then we do some sort of like a movement break or something. And that was pretty much what we did for our morning meetings. But the morning meeting consists of 4 components. So there is the greeting, there's the sharing, group activity, and then announcements or a morning message. Whenever I did a morning meeting, we didn't sit in a circle. We kind of just sat on the carpet and kids just shared. And there was no greeting. Basically, the only component that I did was the sharing, and then the activity would be like a movement break, but it wasn't something that was very collaborative. And then we did collaborative games and classroom building games separately. I just want to plan nice meaty morning messages. So I have my tablet here with me. This is what's going to help me plan, and everything that I'm going to be using for planning, I'll leave it in my description below so you can take a look at it if you're interested. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna do an actual morning meeting on the very first day of school. I think I'm just gonna start it on the Wednesday, the second day of school. So let's see here. September 4th, whoop, and that is day 2. You're gonna notice a lot of mistakes here. That's okay. I'm just gonna put here morning meeting. Okay. Have students sit in a circle, and then I'm gonna explain to them what morning meeting is and why we do it. So explain what morning meeting is. We come together and share thoughts, play games, and find out what we're going to do today. There are a lot of ways that you can do the greeting. It can be as simple as a handshake, where the kids greet each other by name. Good morning, Susie. Good morning, John, or whatever. And then you can add on to that. So then you can do fist bumps. You can do like little pinky greetings. And then you can also do actual games. The thing is, like, you start off simple. Get the actual routines of morning meeting established first before you start these complicated gestures and greetings and activities and games. Simple, simple, simple. The kids are just gonna be in a circle. I'm just gonna model it for them. Good morning. Oh, I think this is what I'm gonna do, because kids don't really know each other's names on the first day of school, and we'll do a lot of name building activities and things like that. But at the very first morning meeting, I'm just not gonna have them say their good morning so-and-so. I'm gonna have them say, good morning, my name is Susie, or whatever. So they'll say their name, and the other person will say, good morning, my name is da-da-da. And then they'll go to the next person. Good, yeah, we'll try that. We'll see how that goes. And I've never done it like this before, so I'm not sure, like, you know, I've never done it before, so it'll be interesting for me to see how it works out. And of course, you're gonna make changes and tweak here and there as you go along. Okay, so greeting. Shake hands and say good morning. So I'm making a ton of mistakes as I'm typing this. So shake hands and say good morning, my name is dun, 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 dun. Next, we are going to do the sharing. Usually, like I said, I ask the question, do you have any news you'd like to share, or how you're feeling today and why? but I'm gonna keep it basic. There are these icebreaker questions for the first day of school or first days of school, and they ask things like, what is your favorite holiday? What's your favorite color? Favorite restaurant? Favorite movie? So I am just going to have those questions in a bag, and we'll pull it out and then we'll have kids answer the questions. I think that's what I'll do. And I don't think I'm gonna have them all go around and answer it. I just wanna be conscious of time and how long things are taking, but I am gonna keep track of the kids that are sharing. So, cause even like before when I did morning meetings, there were certain kids who pretty much dominated the morning meetings and I would encourage the other kids to say something, but sometimes they didn't really say anything, or I don't know. I just wanna create an environment that's very safe, where kids feel like, okay, I can take risks, and I don't know. We'll see how this goes, especially when they're sitting in the circle and all that. So we'll see, but I think I'm just gonna have a few kids share. But again, keeping track of the kids who are sharing and who's not sharing. And there's this really great resource on Teachers Pay Teachers called Social Emotional Learning Discussion Task Cards. That's a mouthful. And they have such great, deep, thought-provoking questions. And eventually I'd like to move up to that. So they'll have questions like, what makes you unique? What 3 words best describe you? What could you teach someone else? What are challenges or areas you need to work on? So I did a bit of that last year, and the kids really liked it. Even the days I didn't do it, they would ask about it. Like, oh, we didn't do the question of the day. So I'm gonna eventually work up to that. But yeah, really great resource. And again, I'll link everything I talk about down below in the description box. So anyways, for the first day we do morning meeting, I'm just gonna keep it simple with those icebreaker questions. I'm gonna use those. And then the group activity. So if you search icebreakers for kids or classroom activities or ways to build a classroom community, there's so many different activities and games to play in your classroom, like tons of stuff. And some games are a bit more complicated that again you'd have to work up towards. Some are very simple. I'm gonna keep it simple, and I'm just gonna do a game that I know really well, and it's Guess the Leader. So basically the kids are in a circle, they're standing up. I pick one student to leave the classroom, and then I pick someone in the circle to do an action. So it could be clapping, it could be snapping, it could be stomping your feet, tapping your head, and every so often they will change their movement. The student comes back in and they have to guess who is the person that the class is following. I tell the kids, we're not going to be staring at the leader, we're not going to make it obvious who the leader is, and whenever the person who's supposed to guess who it is, when their back is turned, then the person, that's a good opportunity for them to change their action. And it's a fun game. And then I can do it where we play that same game every day. Everyone will get a turn by the end of the week. We'll do it like that. So we'll just do a few kids every day. And I think that's fun. It's a good one. The kids really like that one. So keeping it simple, we'll do that activity. So let me type that in here. So I didn't do the sharing yet. So sharing is icebreaker questions. And I'm gonna underline that. And group activity is going to be Guess the Leader. And I know what this game is, so I don't need to write down the instructions on how to play the game. If I was doing this for a supply teacher or something, then yes, I would have to put the instructions, but I already know this is for me, so I know the Guess the Leader game. So that's that. The last component of the morning meeting are announcements or a morning message. Now I know myself, and I know this is gonna sound bad, but I know myself and I know I'm not gonna keep up with the morning message. I'll start off strong for a couple weeks, and then as my workload piles up, that's gonna be one of those things I just kinda, and the thing about the morning message is I have to make sure it's done every day. So either I do it in the morning when I come in, or I have to do it after school, but it's just another thing that I have to keep up with. And just not gonna work out for me. And I know I'm setting myself up for failure because I'm just already saying it's not gonna work out, but I've tried it in the past a few times and it just gets tossed away. I do shared reading in the form of books and in the form of poems, but those are good. I change those once a week, but to every day have a message and think about what should I say today, and it's not gonna work out. So I am going to do the schedule. So what I'll have is, yeah, the schedule. So what are we gonna be doing today? And any like special things that are happening in the day, if it's pizza day, if there's an assembly or anything, then I can just mention it. Kids like it when they know what's happening. And even sometimes in the past when I forget to change the schedule, kids say, oh, you didn't change the schedule. What are we doing today? Like it's one of those things that like a lot of kids really like, and it helps keep your program structured. So I'm gonna do that. So I will add that in. And announcements. Go through schedule, and I'll do the same thing every day. Yeah, so that is it. And like I said before, when you're doing this, start off slow and simple and then build up, and you can always change things and modify things here or there, but the basic structure of the morning meeting is the same. So I'll update you on how this is going for me, and I will do more plan with me videos if you're interested. If you like this video, you know what to do. Thumb it up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.